What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. I just want to say a big shout out to my buddy Letender for letting me jump on his account to do this video for all of you guys. Today we're gonna have a look at Samar Gemcursed. He finally got a buff, man. I want to see, is he good? Is he capable to smack, or he's just a slacker, right? So we have Magnar, kind of like the king of the HP nukers. Is this guy better than him now that he finally got a buff? That's kind of like my main thing. I want to see, are we having a strong HP based legendary champion in the game, or the buff he got is still not enough? Okay, so if we're gonna look at the build, this is a +2 actually, so we do have 20% extra on the stats, but I don't have insane gear on him. The banner is not even HP because I couldn't find one on the account, so we have a resistance banner for him. Basically, total stats 85k HP, 2.6k defense. His damage is based on HP, 174 speed, 100 crit rate, 233 crit damage on Savage and Immortal. Now, when we're talking about the skills on him, guys, the A1, decent. The A2, again, it doesn't do that much. It's a single target. The A3 is kind of like what interests me, you know. Attacks all enemies, 100% chance to steal 2 random buffs before attacking. Places an extra hit on enemies that have any buffs left. So yeah, we could make him hit like Magnar. But the problem is, how are we gonna make sure that the enemy has another buff on to actually get that double hit? I know we don't give him accuracy, that's fine. But we gotta strip the buffs from the enemy before land the defense down. Use a Masteries, use a Kaimar, use a Setalia, whatever you guys have available. And the problem is they won't have any buffs, so he won't be getting a double hit. If you're thinking about dungeons, Doom Tower is pretty much the same sort of situation, because, again, you cannot force the enemy to have a buff on himself, right? They need to take a turn, so this kind of makes him if you feel me. Now, if we have a look at the passive, places a block damage buff on this champion for 1 turn at the start of each round, and blocks incoming damage and places block damage buff on this champion for 1 turn when they receive a hit that would drop their HP below 30%. That's on a 4-turn cooldown. The passive effect is only at the start of the round, so when you start one arena match, when you start one clan boss match, or every time the round changes. This is pretty much everything about Samar. The aura is for the all battles, that's pretty good, so we cannot increase the HP with a buff or decrease it with a buff, that's the good thing. But can he actually do damage, man? Because nothing in his kit is useful, okay? That's the whole problem. Masteries, I went with the tier 6 Hammer Smasher. We gave him pretty much basic nuking Masteries. We went with the defense 3 for counter attack. Now I'm gonna put the exact same gear, except the accessories, of course, on Magnar and see if he hits harder. But that being said, let's take him in for a spin in the Dragon. Let's see what damage are we getting out of him from there. That's where we're gonna compare him with Magnar, okay? I'm not gonna try Magnar in arena next to him. I'm just gonna put him in here to see what damage we do. We always go on stage 23. We're gonna use him as lead. We're gonna make use of his aura, actually. We have Venus Rider for defense down and weaken. Let's see what sort of damage we can actually get out of Samar Gemcursed. Can he actually do anything? Are we gonna be impressed with his damage or no? The problem right here is the opponent doesn't have a buff, okay? There's no buffs for me to strip with the A2, and I cannot get the extra hit. I feel like the main thing that Plarium should change on this champion is to make it work in a different way. If the opponent is under a debuff, have an extra hit. So then I can actually run him with Kaimar, I can run him with Madame Series. And let's see the multipliers, okay? Let's see the damage. 77k on the further left champion was the highest damage I've noticed right now. We've seen some 67, 68. Not impressive, man. Not impressive. A single hit. Like, you guys remember, I'm always bringing all my nukers on this stage because we kind of have an idea. Well, Skratch is always testing there. I've seen Kale, example, he just dealt 100k with average gear. Now, we've just seen Samar with pretty decent gear in Savage, dealing almost no damage at all. So, like this, you guys can understand that, at least for the loyal viewers that are always watching the content, you know that this champion right now is not a good nuker. Because we've seen other nukers obliterating the waves right here with similar stats, and this one is just a slacker, it's not a nuker. What if we're gonna use a different skill on him? Is anything else gonna work better or no? So let's have a quick look at that, for example. I'm curious to see the A2. What will the A2 actually do? So right now we can go with the A2, and we're gonna hit this faceless right here. Seems like he has the highest amount of HP. 162k hit. Pretty decent. We managed to decrease the cooldown of a skill right here. I think we gained that extra turn, or we just overlapped the enemy. If we go with the A1, 71k. Again, not impressive, you know? I feel like the damage is definitely not enough. The buff that Samar got is just not enough, Plarium. We need more because he's not doing enough. What is that? 34k. If I'm gonna get, I don't know, I'm gonna get an uncommon champion, I'm gonna get better damage out of it with this sort of stats, you know? So I feel like this is definitely not good enough as a buff. Now, if we're gonna bring in Magnar, talking about Magnar, I'm actually moving all the gear from Samar to him right now to test him on the dragon to see the damage compared to Samar, right? In terms of stats, they will have pretty similar stats overall, so just check it out. 86k HP, I think he had the same. Now, I do have less speed on him because I don't have any empowerment. I don't get that 10 plus speed, and probably the banner has less speed. So in terms of masteries, very similar. We actually have support instead of the defense tree, but that doesn't actually affect the damage at all. The offense tree is identical like on Samar. So let's go in and take them in for a spin, man. If we're gonna go all the way to the dragon, stage 23, because why not? That's where we're actually spending our time every single day, you know, like every day I'm hustling. So let's see, is Magnar hustling every day or no? Now, he doesn't have an aura like him, so we're not gonna use an aura because we don't have it, okay? I do have it on Venus, but that's gonna be a bit unfair because it's not his own aura. That's kind of like the whole idea. The main aura for Magnar is for the Doom Tower. Is that actually gonna stop us from dealing more damage? Let's have a look. Bang, we landed our debuffs, and we come in with Magnar attacks all enemies, places extra hit on enemies without HP burn. 65, 70k HP. So we actually deal double the damage than with Samar without using an aura. If we would use the aura, which we're gonna do in a second, once we're gonna come back again, the damage would be even crazier. One thing that I do like about Magnar is the A3 deals solid damage as well. The A1 deals pretty good damage as well. The cooldowns are amazing on him on a 3-turn cooldown only. So if we go with this skill right here, bang, 110k hit, pretty good. And we can see that again. Solid damage overall. So Magnar, in my opinion, is still 5 times better than Samar Gemcursed. Not only because he has higher multipliers. Oh, damn. Just ripped that energy right there. Sorry. I was gonna change the aura. We have a 33% aura right now. It's not only because of the extra damage, the shorter cooldowns as well. And he's an epic champion, man. Easier to book. That was a +2 Samar Gemcursed. Was not a non-empowered Samar, was a +2 Samar Gemcursed, okay? Now, coming back to it again. 135k with that hit. I'm actually gonna use the A1 here. Okay. And let's go. 87k, 74, 82k hit. Now, that is much better damage, and we're getting double hit. If we're gonna take Samar Gemcursed in Arena for a quick spin, probably you would wanna use him in some sort of a go second team. Now, since I'm not on my account, I'm not very familiar with every single build that he has on his champions, I'm not really gonna be able to go on go second teams. Then, we would have buffs on the opponents, because the Siphi will buff, a Duchess will buff, but the problem will be they will have so many buffs that Samar is just not gonna do enough damage even with the double hit. Increased defense, Veil, tons of damage reduction, so it will be pretty much useless, you know? I know that you could strip 2 buffs if you decide to go with accuracy on him, but mainly for the majority of teams, you're gonna need 300 plus accuracy if you're going against a decent team, you know? So that's one thing to keep in mind. It just might not be enough. What if we're gonna go against a team like this one? I'm actually gonna go in like that. I'm not sure how fast is this Skymar, but we cannot actually check the stats on them anymore because that's some sort of bug. I forgot. I'm actually gonna try to bring in a Madame Series in here as well. We might lose the fight, guys. We might not. Hopefully, we're actually not gonna lose the fight. But let's give it a go and see what we can actually expect, you know? That's the whole idea. Can he smack or no? Can he smack or no? Hopefully that Madame Series is built. I have no idea. I actually haven't managed to check those champions. But seems like we are faster. If that Kymar can sleep them, okay. Nice. So that Duchess still has some buffs on. We can do that. Strip the buffs. Strip the buffs. Samar Gemcursed in for the win. Is everybody ready? No reaction because everyone took a turn. Can we one-shot this? We have defense down on everybody. Let's see. Not even close. We didn't even one-shot it Candy, man. We haven't even one-shot it a Kendraphone. Are you freaking serious? Are you freaking serious? Honestly, this feels just so damn bad. I don't know. It's just awful to see that they just buffed this champion and he's still as useless as he was in day 1 in terms of damage. Of course, he is good to solo the Dreadhorn boss, but that's about it. I'm not happy just with that, you know? Again, 34k. We barely dealt any damage on these champions. Like, it's just so ridiculous to see it, man. Look, like that Siphi just hit harder than him. I swear, she hit harder than the champion. We might even lose the fight because of it. There we go. Bang. Yeah, Samar Gemcursed, guys. He's just not doing it for me. He is just not doing it for me. I just don't think he's good enough. The A2 might hit harder, but is that enough? Again, is not. I don't think it's enough. Like, check this out. Let's see. 54k hit. Even with the A2, we cannot one-shot a champion. You feel me? That's how I feel about Samar Gemcursed. If you have one, keep him where he is, guys, because nothing changed on him, okay? He's not gonna be better for any other content. He is in the exact same situation as he was 1 week ago. Rubbish. Except for the Dreadhorn boss where he can solo it if you give him the right gear. That's about it, guys. I really had higher hopes, man. Hopefully, they're gonna double the multipliers. They're gonna change that A2 to make him more viable. Because it's just a waste. And it's just bad to think about that you have an epic champion that hits much harder. And you have no legendary champions that can fill in the role of a HP-based nuker. This could literally be the best option for it. And he has that great passive that can actually allow you to use him in Go second teams, man. Plarium, please make this champion viable. But that was all for this video, guys. Do let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think about it? Am I overreacting here? You guys think that the buff is amazing? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm curious to hear that. Appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love. Stay safe. And I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace.